Colonel Jack O'Neill wiped the sweat from his brow as the twin sons of Arendra Prime beat down on his dusty salvage outpost. The planet stretched endlessly, its rolling deserts fractured by towering crystal spires that shimmered faintly in the heat. Jack had spent months here alone, salvaging abandoned starships and mining rare crystal veins. His routine was monotonous, yet oddly comforting. There was a rhythm to survival: scan, salvage, trade, repeat. As he squinted against the glaring sun, a faint shimmer in the crystal forest caught his eye. It was unlike any reflection from the sun. He paused, hand resting on his blaster. What the? The shimmer moved, almost like liquid light. Jack's pulse quickened. Well, that's new. He grabbed his pack and ventured toward the source, unaware that this moment would change his life forever. The shimmer solidified into a form tall, humanoid, with opalescent scales that refracted the sunlight into colors Jack didn't know names for. Her eyes glowed like molten amber, and she moved with the elegance of a predator, yet radiated a quiet vulnerability. I'm not from around here, Jack said, keeping his hands visible. Are you lost? She paused, observing him carefully. No, not lost. Running, she admitted, her voice melodic but tinged with fear. They want me for reasons I cannot allow. Jack frowned. Who wants you? Someone powerful. Someone who thinks my life belongs to them. I'm Elira. Jack extended his hand. Jack O'Neill. And you're about to find out I have zero interest in letting anyone hurt you on my watch. Her eyes flickered, uncertainty and relief warring in her gaze. You would do that? Jack shrugged. Well, it's either help you, or you become another statistic in the galaxy. I'm not great at statistics. Over the next few days, Jack and Elira navigated the dangerous crystal forests, where jagged beasts with crystalline claws prowled silently. They scavenged abandoned mining rigs to find food and water, laughing at Jack's failed attempts to cook alien root tubers. You call this edible? Elira asked, peering at a smoking, charred tuber. Jack grinned sheepishly. Well, edible is relative, right? As night fell, the twin moons reflected off Elira's scales. They shared stories of their worlds, Jack of humans and his military life, Elira of her noble dragonkin lineage and the political trap she had fled. By the end of the week, trust had grown into something deeper. Adventure found them in the form of two simultaneous attacks: a mercenary ship sent by Elira's former suitor, firing plasma bolts into the crystal forest, and a pirate raider fleet attracted to the rich minerals Jack had discovered. Jack's hands flew over the controls of his salvage ship, dodging blasts with calculated maneuvers. Elira raised her hands, and shimmering energy shields flared into existence, blocking the worst of the blasts. Not bad for a human, she said, dodging a falling shard. Jack grinned, his eyes alight with adrenaline. Not bad for a dragon refugee either. Together, they escaped into the asteroid belt surrounding the planet, hearts pounding but alive. The night after the battle, under the twin moons, the crystal forests shimmered in ethereal light. I didn't expect this. Ever, Elira whispered, her hand brushing Jack's. Jack smiled softly. Neither did I. But somehow, I'm glad I did. Their first kiss was gentle, a melding of human warmth and dragonkin magic. The planet itself seemed to hum in approval, the crystals around them glowing brighter. Jack and Elira married amidst the glowing crystal formations. In the following years, they welcomed 4 children, each inheriting their mother's iridescent eyes and their father's adventurous spirit. Jack often joked with them. Remember, if a dragon tells you to do something, check twice. Fire is involved 90% of the time. Elira would laugh, nuzzling him. And if a human drags you into trouble, it's probably worth it. Together, they explored Arendra Prime and beyond, discovering new mysteries of the galaxy always as a family. One morning, the family decided to explore deeper into the crystal forest. The children, Rylan, Lyra, and the twins Kath and Nara were ecstatic. "Look at the size of that one," Rylan exclaimed, pointing at a hulking crystal beast. "Stay calm," Jack warned. "They're curious, not hostile, unless you act stupid." Of course, the twins immediately started poking a smaller creature with a stick. The beast roared, and Jack had to dive to pull them out of harm's way. Elira laughed. "Patience, human. They sense fear more than bravery." Soon after, Jack received a transmission. A derelict starfreighter with rare foxkin artifacts had been located. He decided the family should accompany him. Navigating the debris-laden field required teamwork. Lyra quickly learned to read Jack's navigation patterns, while Raylan helped plot courses. Jack chuckled. "Good thing you kids are here. Otherwise, I'd have had to argue with a crate of robots alone." One night, a shadow streaked across Arendra Prime's twin moons. Elira froze. "They've found me," she whispered. A scout ship from her past descended. Jack stepped forward, hand on his blaster. "Not today," he muttered. Using a combination of his human ingenuity and her dragonkin magic, they disabled its engines and sent it hurtling back into space. The children watched wide-eyed. "Dad, she's amazing," Rylan said. Jack smirked. "Yes, and don't forget, I keep things boringly safe most of the time." The family returned to the outpost during Arendra Prime's Twin Moon Festival. Lanterns glimmered and music vibrated through the crystal-hollowed trees. Jack tried to dance with Elira. It was disastrous. "You're making it." "Interesting," she said, barely holding back laughter. The children rolled their eyes but joined in, creating their own chaotic, joyous dance. During a routine trip, pirates attacked. Jack grinned. "Buckle up, kids. Time to see real adventure." Using salvage tech, clever piloting, and Elira's magic, they dodged plasma beams and collapsing crystal bridges. Rylan made his first decisive move, ordering the twins to help reroute energy shields. They complied, amazed that their father trusted them. After the pirates fled, Lyra shook her head. "We survived. And I think I'm slightly traumatized." Jack laughed, ruffling her hair. "Good. That's what adventures are for. Now, let's get ice cream or crystal ice. Whatever this planet has." Back at the outpost, the family worked to repair the ship. The children struggled with the slow pace. Jack knelt beside them, grinning through soot and grease. "Patience, kids. You can't rush perfection." "Or, in my case, common sense," Elira added. "Even the fastest dragon learns to wait when the storm passes." Exploring deeper into Arendra Prime, the family stumbled upon hidden caverns. The walls pulsed with light, illuminating ancient murals depicting humans and dragonkin living together in harmony. This is incredible," Lyra whispered. "It's like they knew we'd come." Jack squinted at the images. "Looks like teamwork runs in our family bloodline, huh?" Next came first flight lessons. "Okay, Rylan, remember, left thruster controls yaw, right thruster controls pitch. And never panic when a rogue asteroid tries to eat you," Jack instructed. The twins immediately collided, narrowly avoiding a crystal spire. Lyra laughed while Alira levitated them safely. "You humans really need coordination lessons," she teased. Jack shrugged. "Hey, I survived the Imperial fleet without this much chaos. Consider this. Advanced training. Then, rogue miners tried to steal a rare crystal deposit. Jack grabbed his blaster. Time to teach some lessons," he muttered. The family moved strategically. Rylan took point, Lyra covered their flank, and the twins deployed improvised traps. The miners were stunned by the teamwork of a human dragon family. Jack patted Rylan on the back. "Not bad for your first real battle. Now, don't make me regret teaching you tactics." Later, a sleek ship arrived. A diplomat mistook the family for royal emissaries. Jack raised an eyebrow. "Royal? Me? I'm barely royalty in common sense." Alira's voice was calm. "Let's hear what they want first. Sometimes diplomacy requires acting human." They improvised, using humor, wit, and diplomacy to negotiate peace between warring systems, teaching the children that brains often outmatch brawn. While traveling to the envoy system, an ion storm erupted. "Hold steady, reroute power. Don't touch anything shiny." Jack barked. Alira's shields shimmered, diverting ion arcs. After the storm, Lyra exhaled. "I think I actually like surviving things now." Jack laughed. "See, adventure has perks like bragging rights. On a remote moon, they found an injured crystal beast. Alira healed it while Jack and the children tended its wounds. The beast bonded with them. "Looks like you've got a pet, kids," Jack said. "Try not to get eaten before breakfast." A bounty hunter finally caught up to them, firing plasma torpedoes. Jack piloted with deadly precision. "Dad, you're crazy," Lyra yelled. Jack grinned. "Crazy? No, strategic, and a little bit of insanity keeps life interesting." They lost the hunter in a clever ruse. On a distant moon, they found ruins that spoke of a prophecy, a human and dragonkin family uniting the galaxy. Jack rubbed his chin. "Great, a prophecy. Guess we're in it." Alira laughed. "It's a reminder that what we do today matters far beyond ourselves." The pirate faction that had harassed them sent emissaries to negotiate. Jack muttered, "Negotiating with pirates." "Sure, what could possibly go wrong?" Alira landed beside him. "Sometimes diplomacy is stronger than the sword." Jack used his humor to diffuse the tension, and an alliance was formed. Not long after, Rylan faced his first leadership trial when a pirate child was caught stealing. He decided to let him go, but also teach him a better way to survive. Jack beamed. First real leadership decision. "Not bad, son." Alira's former suitor finally arrived, determined to claim her. "You've changed," he sneered. Alira, standing beside her family, held her head high. "I am stronger than you imagined." "And I choose my family." Jack grinned. "And she's got backup now. Full human package included." The suitor retreated, defeated by their unity. Years later, the family gathered in the glowing heart of Arendra Prime's crystal forests. Rylan and Lyra were confident and skilled. The twins, mischievous but thoughtful. Jack leaned against a crystal spire, watching Alira laugh as she levitated the children. "I can't believe how far we've come," he said softly. Alira nudged him. "You've made it memorable." Jack smirked. "Memorable? I've been chased by pirates, dodged rogue miners, survived ion storms, And you still think I'm memorable?" The children giggled. Jack continued, "And somehow we're still alive, happy, and sane. I'd call that winning." Elira rested her head on his shoulder. "It's more than winning. It's living, learning, and loving together, under the twin moons, amidst crystal forests and the remnants of adventures. Jack, Elira, and their children lived happily ever after, exploring, laughing, and discovering the galaxy as one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more stories.